Most people avoid directly telling you they dislike you, instead hiding behind polite gestures and surface-level friendliness. They might appear supportive, but subtle actions often reveal the truth. Recognizing these signs early allows you to protect your energy and prioritize relationships that genuinely bring value to your life. Here are 10 signs that someone may be harboring hidden resentment toward you, with personal examples for relatability. First sign: they disappear when you need support. You know the saying, "A friend in need is a friend indeed." Well, some people seem to disappear the moment you actually need them. I remember a time when I was going through a really tough breakup. I reached out to a friend I thought would be there, but every call went to voicemail. Every text got a short "busy right now" response. Meanwhile, I'd see them active on social media, posting about weekend adventures. It hit hard because I had been there for this friend through their dark times, and seeing that they couldn't do the same made me realize something. Real friends don't vanish when the going gets tough. If someone only sticks around for the good times, it's a sign they might not genuinely care about you. You deserve people who show up when it matters most, even if it's just a call to check in. Second sign: subtle exclusion from plans. Have you ever scrolled through your social media feed only to find out your friends had a blast without you? I remember checking Instagram one Saturday night and seeing pictures of my friend group at this amazing concert I would have loved to go to, only no one had told me about it. When I brought it up casually later, they all acted surprised, saying, "Oh, we thought you were busy," or "It was so last minute." It stung because, deep down, I knew that if they'd really wanted me there, they would have asked. Real friends make sure you know about plans. When people repeatedly leave you out, it's often a subtle, passive way of saying they don't value your presence. And that's a hard pill to swallow, but accepting it can help you redirect your energy to people who genuinely want you around. Third sign: their jokes are always at your expense. Light-hearted teasing is one thing, but when someone's jokes consistently poke fun at your insecurities or flaws, it's a red flag. I used to laugh along with a friend who'd constantly make jokes about my quirky work habits or the way I'd dress, thinking it was harmless. But over time, those jokes started chipping away at my confidence. I'd second-guess what I wore or feel self-conscious about speaking up at work. If someone's jokes leave you feeling small or hurt, it's often a way of masking deeper resentment or disrespect. A real friend doesn't need to mock your quirks to have a laugh. They support you as you are. Learning to say, "That's not funny to me," and setting boundaries with so-called jokes can make a huge difference in how you see yourself and how others treat you. Fourth sign: they avoid physical contact. Have you ever gone to give someone a high five, a hug, or even just a casual touch on the shoulder, only for them to pull away like you're contagious? I had a colleague who was warm and friendly with everyone else, but every time I'd offer a simple handshake or friendly pat, they'd awkwardly sidestep it. At first I thought maybe they just weren't a touchy person, but seeing them be tactile with everyone else was a bit of an eye-opener. Physical contact is a basic human connection, so when someone goes out of their way to avoid it with you, they're communicating a level of discomfort or distance. It might be hard to admit, but paying attention to these subtle cues can save you from investing in relationships where the other person isn't fully on board. Chitifao. Fifth sign: they give backhanded compliments. Have you ever received a compliment that didn't feel good at all? Once, after pouring my heart into a work project, a colleague looked at me and said, "Wow, that turned out surprisingly well for you." It was one of those compliments that left me feeling confused and a little bruised. It took me a while to realize that they weren't genuinely happy for me. they were subtly putting me down. These backhanded compliments are often hidden attempts to keep you questioning your abilities. If a friend's compliments leave you feeling small, it's time to call it out, or at the very least, recognize that their words have more to do with their insecurities than your worth. 6th sign, they avoid making eye contact. Eye contact is one of the most basic yet powerful ways we connect with each other. I had a friend who, after a small disagreement, started looking everywhere but at me during conversations. They'd glance at their phone, look at the wall, anywhere but my eyes. It made everything feel awkward and distant. When someone consistently avoids eye contact, it's often because they're uncomfortable or hiding something. I learned that rather than ignoring these signs, it's best to address them. If you're sensing that someone feels uneasy around you, bring it up gently. It might clear the air or help you realize they're not worth the emotional energy. 7th sign, they're busy, only when it comes to you. Have you ever had a friend who's always busy when you try to make plans, but somehow has time for everyone else? I tried reconnecting with an old friend, only to be met with excuse after excuse. Meanwhile, I'd see them hanging out with mutual friends. It's hard to admit, but the truth is, if someone really wants to spend time with you, they'll find a way. I learned that it wasn't about their schedule, it was about their priorities. Real friends don't keep you on the back burner. They make time for you because they want you in their life. So if someone is constantly busy just with you, it may be time to stop chasing after them. 8th sign, they gossip about you behind your back. Gossip can be incredibly painful, especially when it comes from someone you trusted. I once confided in a friend about a personal issue, only to hear a distorted version of my story come back to me from mutual friends. When I confronted them, they acted like it was no big deal. But gossip is never harmless. It's a betrayal that erodes trust. True friends respect your privacy and protect your reputation. I learned that if someone is eager to share your personal matters with others, they're showing you they're not worthy of your trust. Surround yourself with people who honor the trust you place in them. 9th sign, they regularly undermine your opinions. When someone constantly shoots down your ideas or always corrects your opinions, they're subtly showing they don't value your perspective. I remember sharing my opinion in a group setting, only for one person to jump in with, "Well, actually," every time. It wasn't that they disagreed, it was that they seemed determined to undermine me. It felt like they enjoyed making me second-guess myself. Real friends don't need to assert dominance over you. They respect your opinions even when they differ. When you notice this pattern, remind yourself that your voice matters and don't let someone else diminish it. 10th sign, they're polite but distant. Have you ever met someone who's always polite but never genuinely warm? I once worked with someone who was nice on the surface, but the conversations never went deeper than, "Hey, how's it going?" They'd never ask about my interests, my life, or anything personal, and after a while, it felt like I was talking to a wall. Sometimes politeness can be a mask, a way for someone to keep you at a comfortable distance without building any real connection. When someone feels polite but distant, they're showing they're not interested in forming a meaningful bond. It's okay to let go and focus on people who genuinely want to know you beyond the surface. Recognizing these signs isn't always easy, especially when you want to see the best in people, but taking a step back and observing how others treat you allows you to invest your energy in relationships that are authentic and fulfilling. Stoicism teaches us that self-respect and emotional peace are worth more than maintaining connections with those who don't value us. By paying attention to these signs, you can create space for people who genuinely support, celebrate, and uplift you, enriching your life in ways that truly matter. Thank you for joining us today on Ancient Wisdom. If you found value in these timeless teachings, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe for more insights from the ages. Stay wise and see you in the next one.